Phone call. The redemption people. Um, it kind of mixes in with the Freeman movement and stuff like that. I like that idea because the it's looking at law and what structures us, because we're supposed to be run by law and nobody knows about the law. I've learned a lot about the law because of this. But this whole talk that I'm jibber jabbering about is just where has all this information? Where is it pushing us? Like as individuals, as society, and stuff like that. All I can say is for myself, and it's made me aware of certain potential systems that need to change, like our agricultural system, our money system, the way we do politics. I don't know if anarchism is good or state-driven is good. I don't think top-down is good, telling us what's right and what's wrong. I find that saying it's a free society will tell you what to do becomes really annoying to me. So it's going down this movement is kind of, or this fractal, this mind fractal, this mind meme that I've been down since I started looking, and it was innocent to start looking because I started looking for alternatives for bringing back health to my mom because she was sick. You know, everybody loves their mom, right? Or that's stretching it. Most people love their mom. Blanket statement, sorry. So because of this, it's kind of made me go down this spiral, and it's really pulled me away from what's happening in the here and now, because I'm always wanting to listen to what the guys are going to be doing next. And looking into this information, it's really funny because they're almost, it feels for me, is almost telling me, is like, we've given you the information, you don't need us anymore, get away from the internet. Now this is what they're saying. The truth movement's full of shit. They're all in it for making money, blah, blah, blah. You know, look at Alex Jones because of this, you know, the question starts. So it's almost like worldwide they're trying to sever us to start. They've already moved us into, a lot of us into critical thinking. They've jump-started the zombie crowd. They've, you know, like in 28 Days Later, where they give him a blood transfusion, and he kind of comes back to life, being human again, instead of turning into a zombie, which I find absolutely ridiculous. But I'm just saying the truth movement may be full of shit, but it was needed for the time, and there's lots of people now that are, I believe, coming out of this critically thinking. They're not going to be taking things personally and not holding on to their beliefs. They're going to look at stuff from multiple angles, and they're going to come up with their own ideas. But they're also going to listen to multiple ideas, but still formulate their ideas. Not hold on anyone and not throw it all away, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm looking at stuff. I'm listening. I'm not throwing the government away when they do their little chit-chats. I'm not holding any resentment or hatred towards them. This Libya thing that's happening is waking more and more people. The real deep sleepers are starting to wake up, I hope, because that information I'm getting off the internet. And I know a lot of people are talking about this even in my real life, but how much of it is out there and not just around me? And I was looking for it. So I think the best, what direction all this is taking us and where I came in and where it's pushing me, I've figured that I have no fucking clue. Like, I really know that I have no fucking clue what's going on. But there are certain patterns that I see that many people see as well. Have they been given to us as patterns? And what direction does it take us if we look at these patterns where, because we're critical thinkers, hopefully most of us are becoming critical thinkers, where does it take us? And I have no fucking clue. We are closer to it. I think something's going to happen. This Japan thing, you know, people are saying it's pushing the globalist agenda to, you know, bring in this one world government and control everybody, but that potentially could be true. I was listening to John Harris there, and he was saying, like, I don't know exactly his language, but he was talking about how the Queen being a monarchy's job is done when they can bring about stability in an anarchy. He didn't really say that, but that's what I got from he was saying. So a monarchy is something that moves us from a one kind of point of view to an all point of view, but having a structure around it. They're the ones that kind of lead us to the structure and then let us go. And I can kind of see that in the world, is that we're building to a structure that can potentially go two ways. To meaning total freedom, not needing money, having abundance, helping out each other in the time of need, changing over to different energy sources, not just using gas, not holding people to their debt. Work-wise, like how to pay your way, just being who you are and communicating and participating with people around you, you would be able to contribute to society because they would hopefully do the same. You're not holding things in scarcity. Me as an individual, I don't care if my clothes are made by top-notch designers or cheap manufacturers. My problem comes in is the cheap ones become waste. I know clothes can last a lot longer, and that goes back to the hemp thing, talking about hemp and how strong it is, and it lasts. I have some hemp clothes that are lasting through a long time, so that by experience has changed my view on hemp marijuana. So not only does it have the potential to heal, it has the potential to build and construct and stuff like that. So when I started looking into this information, getting caught up into the truth movement, and a lot of people now are saying the truth movement is dying, and I think it needs to. I think it needs to die. It's kind of like, we'll give you the direction, we'll whisper in your ears where to go. Don't be afraid of anything. Look at the occult, look at religion, look at politics, look at your monetary system and how commerce is made. How you grow your food, where you get your health from, who tells you what to do and why to do it, and why are they doing that, and why are you letting them do it. And that's not getting into like why are they dumping fluoride and spraying in the sky, or if they're spraying in the sky, and how detrimental that is to our health, and what technologies are out there to combat this, or do we need to combat it, blah, blah, blah. There's so many questions out there that when I started asking all those questions in this direction, once I started thinking, is like, how is a president or a prime minister going to answer those questions for me? They can't answer all those questions. They're a single individual, even if they know the truth behind chemtrail spraying or the Amero making a one world currency or any of that stuff. Anyways, I don't know. I just want to know what direction to go now. Like, where are we going? Like, my feeling is just stop looking at the internet. Like, literally stop looking at the internet. Everybody says the brain teases the TV, and they mesmerize you, and they whisper to you, and they do the neuro-linguistic programming, and it teaches us the direction where they want us to go. So get off there. It's bad for you. Come and listen to me. And then the truth movement does the exact same thing. They entice you by like the doomer porn and all that stuff. So you get hooked into that and seeing where the market's going to go, and what's the next big disaster, and how is it going to affect me? And the truth movement's no better than the fucking TV. But it gives a lot of, just like the TV, it gives a lot of information, and the truth movement gives a lot of information. But once you get to a point, it doesn't matter how much information they give you, it starts to sound like a repetitive drivel, because most of it doesn't even affect you, and if it is affecting you, then you can actually see it in your life and potentially make changes. Sometimes they come quick, so I think that's what's coming up, is us knowing that we need to make the changes on the ground level, regardless of the government's there or not. And I think that's why I like the Freeman movement, because the Freeman movement is giving you the tools to be able to participate in this occult spellcasting of the economy and civilization. Spellcasting, magic, technology, all the same damn thing, just from a different point of view. Our economy is basically a technology that could look very magical. It is alchemical, and it does make something out of nothing. It turns things into gold. They're creating it out of nothing by our signature. So, I've learned little bits and pieces of that kind of stuff. I never thought of it by that perspective at all, but once you start looking at that and seeing documentation, you start to move. And this has all come not from 9/11. Looking at all this stuff, this is all from the sickness in my family, basically. And not only do I see the sickness in physical sickness, but mental sickness and what the environment, how it breeds it, and why I am certain ways. And what my big thing is now how do you change those directions, not only in the self, but a lot of the hurdles are in the now, like the bigger macro, even in my micro kind of thing, my little microcosm here. I see those hurdles in life too, like on a larger level. So maybe it is. Maybe I work those things out in my life and move on and start participating and figuring out where that joy is. So regardless of the monetary system goes, I build a community. I have the information now. I know I do. I've just kind of turned myself off, and I think it was needed. Now it's time to act. I've been working on my film. It's taking a lot more than I figured, but once you start looking, drawing, and I don't like that drawing. I don't like that, and then let me move on to something else and come back. And where are my ideas coming from? So I think that's where I'm going to spend most of my time now, is doing that and looking for a part-time job. My wife has been so gracious to, let me get my shit in order, and I think that's why I married her. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to make these videos because just to kind of see where it's taking me. I know people make comments on this stuff and think you're full of shit, and it does kind of build a little bit of character to listen to people tell you that your ideas are shitty and theirs are better. What, are you fucking stupid? I just find that hilarious. Because when they start arguing or talking to me, I've already been through that. I've already looked at that. I've already felt that way. And then I come out on a different point of view. And even though I felt exactly, I cannot hold any resentment towards that individual because I felt that way for a while, thinking I knew. And now I'm on a different path, which would have been the total opposite of what I felt. So anyways, I just wanted to sit and chit-chat, and 5 or 6 people will probably get on this. Most of the people I know don't want to talk about crazy shit, so I find that YouTube is pretty good because you can get people that have nothing to do with you to kind of come on and give you a good smack upside the head to look a different direction. And you really can't hold that personally. It's almost like a business. And it doesn't matter if there's 20, 300, 500. Some people look at it. It's just you get a point of view and you get to see where you're going and where that individual has come from and why they've come that way. I have no affiliations with anybody on the internet. I watch, I look, I try to get as many points of view as I possibly can. I can see it from multiple points of view now. Thing is, what direction or what part of my life do I do to affect that to move in the direction that I would like to see? And that's my problem right now, is do I join back up into this system and keep on going, or what do I do? Anyways, stop my rambling. Thank you for listening to me. If you didn't listen to me, thank you anyways.